How I learned English by watching Netflix. My top 3 tips. Hey, cozy friends. Picture this. It's a rainy evening, you've just settled onto the couch with your favorite blanket, and the glow of your laptop invites you into another world, your next Netflix adventure. But what if I told you that this simple ritual could also be your secret classroom? No textbooks, no drills, no pressure, just the stories you love, the characters you root for, and the language you absorb almost effortlessly. That was my aha moment. I realized that every hour I spent watching Netflix was also an hour of English immersion, listening to natural conversation, picking up new phrases, and absorbing the rhythm of real speech. Instead of feeling guilty about screen time, I decided to make it productive. Over weeks, I discovered 3 easy habits that turned passive binge watching into active learning. And here's the best part. These tips didn't feel like homework. They felt like play. First, I learned how to use subtitles not as a crutch, but as a smart bridge between hearing and understanding. Then I began pausing on lines that caught my ear, repeating them aloud with the same emotion and intonation as the actors. Finally, I challenged myself to retell my favorite scenes in English, turning comprehension into real speaking practice. With each step, my confidence grew, my vocabulary expanded, and my ear for natural English sharpened. Whether you're curled up alone or sharing snacks with friends, Netflix offers endless context, humor, drama, everyday conversation. You see body language, facial expressions, and setting, all clues that help you infer meaning without stopping to look up every word. This holistic experience makes language learning feel effortless and fun. Today, I'm excited to share these top 3 tips with you so you can transform your cozy screen time into a powerful tool for English improvement. We'll talk about when to switch on and off your subtitles, how to make phrase pause and shadowing a delightful habit, and why retelling scenes can skyrocket your speaking skills. Plus, I'll offer a bonus strategy for capturing new vocabulary and show you how to avoid the common pitfalls that turn learning into a chore. By the end of this episode, you'll have a simple, enjoyable plan to level up your English without ever leaving your sofa. So grab your remote and a notebook if you like. Get comfortable, and let's turn Netflix into your new favorite teacher. Ready to dive in? Let's go. Why Netflix works. Netflix isn't just a treasure trove of entertainment, it's a secret classroom where English comes alive. When you watch a show, you're immersed in real conversations, gestures, and emotions, all wrapped in a story that keeps you curious. Your brain naturally picks up on how words connect to meaning. You see the scene, hear the dialogue, and sense the feeling behind each line. This multi-sensory input makes vocabulary stick far better than isolated word lists. Plus, a compelling plot gives you motivation. You want to know what happens next, so you stay engaged, and your English learning happens almost effortlessly. Because Netflix offers context clues everywhere, tone of voice, facial expressions, setting, you rarely need to pause for a dictionary. Instead, you infer meaning the way children do, by watching and listening. Over time, you internalize common phrases, idioms, and everyday speech patterns without even realizing it. Best of all, you choose shows you love, comedy, drama, documentaries, so learning feels like play, not work. You'll laugh, you'll gasp, and all the while your ear becomes attuned to natural English rhythm, pronunciation, and flow. By making Netflix your study buddy, you turn every binge session into a productive ritual. You learn to trust your instincts, guess meanings from context, and enjoy the process. In the next section, we'll explore Tip 1, Smart Subtitles, how to use them as a bridge from passive watching to active understanding. Ready to unlock the power of subtitles? Let's go. Tip 1. Smart subtitles. Netflix subtitles aren't just for when you miss a word. They can be your secret bridge from passive watching to active learning. Here's how to make the most of them in a cozy, confidence-building way. How to use subtitles strategically. Begin with English subtitles on. Settle in, choose a show you love, and turn on English subtitles from the start. Match sound to spelling. As characters speak, your eyes follow the words. This dual input cements the connection between pronunciation and writing. Highlight and note. Capture new vocabulary. Whenever you spot an unfamiliar word or phrase, pause and write it down. Keep a small notebook or digital note by your side. Context clues. Jot the sentence around the word, plus a quick translation or doodle to remind you of its meaning. Wean off gradually. Mid-episode breaks. After 10 to 15 minutes, switch subtitles off for a scene. Notice how much you understand without text support. Short bursts. If you feel lost, turn subtitles back on. This gentle back and forth builds listening skill without frustration. Replay key moments. Select a favorite line. Find one sentence that felt fun or meaningful. Rewatch that moment with subtitles on, then off. Shadow reading. Read the subtitle aloud in sync with the actor's voice, matching rhythm, stress, and emotion. Why this works. Reinforces listening and reading together. Your brain learns faster when it sees and hears language at the same time. Maintains immersion. You don't get stuck chasing every unknown word. Subtitles let you keep enjoying the story. Builds confidence. Small wins, catching a sentence without subtitles, motivate you to keep going. Cozy practice routine, step activity time. 1. Watch first 10 minutes with subtitles. Note 3 new words. 10 minutes. Watch next 5 minutes without subtitles. Smile at what you catch. 5 minutes 3 replay. A favorite sentence. Shadow read with subtitles, then without. 5 minutes. Write that sentence in your journal and say it aloud 3 times. 5 minutes. Make this a mini ritual. Light a candle or brew tea before you start, so your learning feels as cozy as your favorite Netflix binge. Third tip, 2. Phrase, pause, and shadowing. Turning your favorite Netflix lines into your own speech patterns is easier than you think. When you hear a sentence that feels natural or interesting, maybe a character says, "Let's see where this road takes us," with just the right tone. Hit pause. You'll see the words on screen, so read them slowly, letting each syllable land in your mind. Then rewind a few seconds and play the audio again. As the actor speaks, repeat the line aloud, matching their pitch, pace, and emotion as closely as you can. Shadowing works because you're training both your ear and your mouth at once. Your ear learns the melody of English speech, where voices rise, where they fall, how they speed up or slow down. Your mouth learns the muscle movements needed to reproduce those rhythms. You'll notice that some phrases feel awkward at first. That's good. Those are the spots where your muscles need practice. Here's a simple way to build shadowing into your cozy binge. Select 1 sentence per episode. Choose a line that stands out. Funny, meaningful, or full of feeling. It could be a greeting, "Hey there, stranger," an expression, "I can't believe my luck," or even a short question, "Are you coming with me?" Pause and read. Stop the video and read the subtitle aloud to yourself. Notice any words that feel tricky, maybe a contraction or a phrasal verb. Shadow the audio. Rewind a few seconds and play. As the actor speaks, speak along with them, imitating the exact tone and timing. Don't worry about perfection. Focus on feeling the flow. Practice without the video. Mute the scene and say the line from memory. See if you still feel the same rhythm. If you stumble, replay and shadow again. Use it in your day. Take that line into your own life. If your sentence was, "Let's see where this road takes us," try saying it when you start a new activity. "Let's see where this project takes us." This step cements the phrase in your active vocabulary. Over time, these small shadowing sessions add up. You'll find your pronunciation becoming clearer, your intonation more varied, and your confidence in speaking English growing, without ever leaving your cozy spot on the couch. And because you're choosing lines you love, learning feels like part of the story, not a chore. Tip 3. Scene retell. After you've watched a scene that captivates you, perhaps a heartfelt conversation between characters or a thrilling plot twist, pause the show and step into storyteller mode. Scene retell is all about shifting from passive understanding to active speaking. You'll use your own words to recreate what happened, practicing English naturally and confidently. First, choose a manageable scene, about 1 to 2 minutes in length. It might be the moment two friends share a secret, or when the hero decides to take a risk. With subtitles on, watch that scene through once, absorbing the dialogue, tone, and body language. Then pause and take a deep breath. Next, close your eyes or look away from the screen and say aloud, in English, what just happened. Start with the basics: who was involved, where it took place, and what the main action was. For example, in this scene, Sarah meets James at the cafe. She tells him she's moving away, and he looks surprised. Focus on clear, simple sentences. Accuracy matters more than complexity. Now add details. Describe emotions, settings, and motivations. You might continue. Sarah's voice trembled as she spoke. The cafe was quiet, with soft music in the background. James touched her hand, trying to comfort her. These descriptive elements deepen your connection to vocabulary around feelings and environments. If you get stuck, glance at the subtitles for a keyword or two, then look away and keep going. The goal is fluency, not perfection. Once you've retold the scene, rewind and watch it again, this time without subtitles, and compare your version to the original. Notice words or expressions you missed, and incorporate them next time. To make scene retell a cozy daily habit, pair it with a simple ritual. Brew a cup of tea, grab your notebook, and settle into a comfortable chair. After each retell, jot down one new phrase or descriptive word you used. Over a week, you'll build a personalized list of expressions drawn directly from shows you love. Finally, share your retell with a friend or language partner. Speaking aloud to another person adds accountability and gives you feedback on pronunciation and clarity. If you're learning alone, record yourself on your phone and play it back. Listening to your own voice helps you notice areas for improvement. By transforming each memorable scene into your own mini-speech, you reinforce comprehension, expand active vocabulary, and practice fluid speaking, all while enjoying the stories that drew you in. Scene Retell turns Netflix from passive entertainment into an engaging English workshop, right in your living room. Bonus strategy: vocabulary journal. When you watch Netflix and spot a sparkling phrase or an intriguing word, you want a cozy way to capture it so it doesn't slip away. That's where your vocabulary journal comes in. A simple notebook or digital note where you collect, reflect on, and revisit the language gems you discover. Imagine this. You pause on a line like, "Life begins at the end of your comfort zone." You jot it down, not just as words on a page, but as a little seed of inspiration. Later, You leaf back through your journal and see a garden of phrases that once caught your heart on screen and now live in your own speech. How to create your vocabulary journal. Choose your journal, pick a small notebook or a notes app, something you'll want to open every day. Give it a welcoming cover or title. My Netflix English Finds. Record the moment. Each time you hear a new word or phrase, pause the show and write. The phrase in English, break the ice, on cloud nine, plot twist. A quick translation or simple definition in your own words. The context, show title, scene description, episode 2, cafe conversation. Add a personal note. Underneath, scribble how it made you feel or how you might use it. For example, I felt encouraged by break the ice. I can use this when meeting new classmates. Review and recycle. At the end of each day or week, spend 2 minutes reading through your entries. Say each phrase aloud, remembering the scene. Then try using one in a sentence about your own life. Illustrate or color code. For extra coziness, underline verbs in one color, adjectives in another, or add a tiny doodle to remind you of the scene's mood. These visual cues help the words stick. Why this works. Writing by hand or typing with intention moves language from passive recognition into active memory. By noting context and personal reaction, you create emotional anchors. Your brain links the phrase to a feeling, making recall effortless. Regular review transforms scattered aha moments into a rich vocabulary you truly own. Cozy practice. Tea and journal time. After your Netflix session, brew a cup of herbal tea. Open your journal and review new entries. Weekly. Highlight. Choose your favorite phrase of the week and challenge yourself to use it in conversation or a social media post. Mini quiz. Cover the definitions and try to recall them by looking only at the English phrases. By tending your vocabulary journal like a little garden, you'll watch your English bloom, one phrase at a time. Common pitfalls and fixes. Even the coziest Netflix-based study can run into snags. Here's how to stay on track and keep learning enjoyable. Pitfall: passive binge watching. You start studying, then suddenly find yourself 3 episodes deep with no notes. Fix: set clear intentions before you press play. Remind yourself, I will note at least one new phrase per episode. Use a timer or episode limit. Pitfall: overloading on subtitles. Leaving subtitles on all the time can become a crutch, preventing true listening practice. Fix: schedule subtitle-free moments. After you've watched with subtitles, turn them off for short scenes to test your ear. Pitfall: forgetting new vocabulary. You jot down words but never revisit them, so they fade away. Fix: incorporate your vocabulary journal into a daily review ritual. Read entries each morning with your coffee or evening with tea. Pitfall: imitating incorrectly. Shadowing too quickly can lead to mimicking mistakes in pronunciation or intonation. Fix: focus first on short, clear lines. Listen carefully, then slow shadow, repeat at half speed, before moving to normal pace. Pitfall: lack of speaking practice. Watching alone may boost listening, but leave your speaking skills untouched. Fix: always follow up with scene retell or record yourself using new phrases and sentences. Share recordings with a friend for feedback. By spotting these pitfalls and applying simple fixes, you keep your Netflix English journey effective, engaging, and, most importantly, cozy. 7-day Netflix English Challenge. Ready to turn these tips into a daily habit? Join the Cozy English 7-Day Netflix Challenge. Each day, Spend at least 15 minutes watching a Netflix scene and complete the simple task below. By day 7, you'll see real progress in your listening, speaking, and vocabulary. Day task. 1. Watch with English subtitles. Note one new word or phrase in your journal. 2. Rewatch the same scene without subtitles. Write down what you understood. 3. Pause and shadow read 2 lines. Focus on matching intonation. 4. Retell the scene aloud in your own words. Record or speak to a friend. Add your favorite phrase from the scene to your journal with a personal example. 6. Use subtitle-free moments. Watch 5 minutes without subtitles, then check comprehension. 7. Combine all steps. Note a phrase, shadow read it, retell the scene, and journal your reflections. How to share your success. Post one journal entry or a short video of your scene retell on social media with hashtag #CozyNetflixEnglish. Tag a friend to invite them to join the challenge. Comment below each day what you learned and how you felt. By the end of this week, you'll have a richer vocabulary, smoother pronunciation, and greater confidence speaking English, all while enjoying your favorite shows. Ready, set, binge, and learn. You've just unlocked a whole new way to learn English by turning your favorite Netflix moments into powerful practice sessions. Remember, each pause, each shadowed line, each scene you retell brings you closer to natural confidence and fluency. So here's your invitation. Make Cozy English and Netflix your daily study duo. Spend just a little time each day, 15 minutes, one scene, one phrase, and watch how your skills bloom. Share your journey with hashtag #CozyNetflixEnglish. Cheer on fellow learners, and let's grow together, one cozy evening at a time. If this challenge inspired you, give us a thumbs up, subscribe for fresh tips every day, and ring the bell so you never miss a moment of calm, joyful learning. Together, we'll make English as comfortable as your favorite blanket and as engaging as your favorite show. See you tomorrow for more cozy English magic.